What's going on, you guys? So, check it right. With 2024 being a year of beef, one particular artist who was surrounded by it is none other than Blxckie. Now, during the year, we saw individuals like Dr. Peppa, who was Blxckie's DJ, go on a full-on rant on X about his former associates, as well as Usimamane, who dropped a diss on May Lighty, which he later deleted, as well as a lot more. So with all that happening during the year, we finally had Blxckie address those situations when he sat down with Slicker for an interview. But before we get into what Blxckie said, let's just quickly recap what the other two individuals said to spark this response. Now, in terms of what Dr. Peppa said, right, as I said just now, he went on a full-on rant on X which lasted a couple of days. I mean, he spoke on how he doesn't want to hear subliminals from Blxckie and wants the disrespect to be direct. He also spoke on how he was doing Blxckie a favor by DJing for him because Blxckie actually couldn't afford him and he just wanted to see M4 Entertainment prosper because he had shares in the company. He also touched on how he sacrificed the love of his family for Blxckie and that Somnyama could have at least respected that he had a stand-up guy in his corner. He then touched on how he had to step down from being Blxckie's DJ because Ricky passed and that he was the one who suggested that Double D takes over from him, considering that he had issues with Deleuze. He also spoke on how he wants Blxckie to be direct with these diss records because his age mates are waiting to hear their names instead of trying to figure out who he's actually talking about. He also touched on how Def Jam wants Blxckie to stick to his R&B sound and leave the raps for the rappers. He then proceeded to talk about how people in Blxckie's camp are crying about not getting paid enough and that he should be cautious. He then concluded by stating that he was getting threats about not stepping foot in Durban because of the May Lighty diss. So it was a crazy long rant, but this is what Blxckie had to say in regards to that.
But for me, you've always given Peppa the respect from me. You know, that's what I've always seen, right? When it's someone that was that close, that has actually also been instrumental in your growth in your career, emotionally, how do you feel about how things have turned out?
I mean, there's not much to it, really. You know what I mean? Especially between me and him personally. You know, I don't want to say there was any miscommunication, but I've always respected Peppa and appreciated him for what he did, because when we landed here with Leo, he was the first guy. Well, not the first guy, but he was one of the guys to be like, yo, let me take you from where you are right now and put you in a different position, you know what I mean? And that was super instrumental, you know, with the come up and everything, because without him, you know, there's no Big Time Slapper, there's no Dase, there's no Blxckie moving from, where were we? Pretoria, well, more like Centurion to Midrand and staying with Lucas and making all that music, because he was all that literally picked us up with his whip, put our bags in his car, drove there, and then we, you know, I've pretty much been there ever since, you know. But then, yeah, I don't know how it ended up. I don't know what it was. It was that I think it was the Zinga interview or something. Someone clipped some part of it and then didn't get the full story, and then I don't know, it sort of got to him in a different way. But any interview that I ever spoke about him or anything, I always say the same thing. It's he's the guy, he's the one that started this whole thing. So I've never disrespected him. I think just, yeah, things have changed now. You know, he's not my DJ anymore. I work with Double D. But yeah, you know, I still have his number. We don't really talk, but you know.
Yeah, but I mean, so all the I mean, use the word turmoil on social media is just you guys can't pick up the phone and solve it and just say, yo, bro.
Yeah, we can.
You can say it on an interview. Yeah, he's been, but have you said, yo, bro, I know what you've done for me. This is. You know what I mean?
Nah, I haven't done that, because then I feel like he knows, and it's also picking up the phone makes it feel like there's an issue.
Okay.
And it's there's no real issue. If there was, then I would have been yo, dog, what's actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't wanna make it that deep. It's just, you know, he's chilling, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Now with Usimamane, right? While there wasn't any real animosity between the two, I guess it was the small little things that sparked things up between them. I mean, first it was the fans pointing out that Usimamane sounds like a mixture of Nasty C and Blxckie, which Usimamane later addressed.
I heard some kind of murmurs about some underlying friction with you and Somnyama. Is there anything there?
I don't know, really. I don't have a problem with anyone. Exactly that. I feel like it's so easy to beef with me. I don't know if it's beef or whatever, you know. But by the looks of things, I feel like
Also, like you get their energy off of?
Yeah, I mean, social media and
socials.
Yeah.
What is out there saying it on socials?
I don't know. I've been hearing things though, and it's like, ish, okay. But I don't have no smoke with anyone. He's doing his thing. Is it
the thing your good band fan is?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's that because every time they be saying it on social, yeah, you know. So yeah, but we've never actually spoke. And guys, see my side, I'm cool with niggas.
Yeah,
I don't know with them though. I mean, it started as like a compliment, and as I'm growing, bro, I spent so much time writing and thinking about rhymes, flows, and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like not sometimes. I mean, it used to get to me, but I think I've grown or something. And it's like saying UK drill rappers sound the same. I mean, they're doing exactly the same thing, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And there's also the Durban thing,
bro,
right?
You know?
So
it's just like PTA niggas, they all sound like the same, you know?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah, but like they dope. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
But they also did have an influence on you as artists, no?
Yeah. Pretty much Nasty.
Yeah, more so Nasty. Because even with Blxckie, when he was new, they were saying he sounds like Nasty.
Nasty,
yeah. Until
but
they
then the
allowed him to get in his bag. Which I think will be the same for you. I think once people allow you to get in your bag and see your range, it'll be...
Yeah, for sure. I feel like inspirations in hearing Nasty C raps, he be saying King Slime a lot, and Blxckie's also slime shit, I think.
Facts.
Me too, thug. I'm YSO as F.
Then we had the infamous WhatsApp story where Usimamane spoke on surpassing Nasty and Blxckie and how he was still going to surpass Aries in the following year. Now the story obviously made its way to Blxckie, and he spoke on how GMG freestyle wasn't a diss and how Usimamane said some weird shit with that story, so he ended up blocking him. But anyways, then we had the May Lighty record being leaked with an Usimamane verse where he was dissing Blxckie as well. Now, in all fairness, even though Blxckie might not own up to it, he did come for the kid on his record for Sech Freestyle as well. So with all that happening throughout the year, this is what he had to say in regards to the situation with Usimamane.
There's that thing with yourself and Usimamane, but like, I don't even know what was happening. For me, it was like I couldn't even, because I'm like, I don't know how Blxckie, you know, I had never met Usimamane by then, but obviously you kind of go, did Blxckie this? What's going? It doesn't sound like you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But I mean, even that, you know, is that another misconstrued thing, a miscommunication?
Yeah, I mean, you see, that one is more the fan bases, you know, the fans trying to make it a thing. It was a thing. I mean, by now it's like, it's whatever. I feel like that's how I treat like most of the stuff that happens, especially on social media. Like if you're not gonna call someone from the team or call me personally, then there's obviously nothing going on. It's just on your phone. You know, I can put down my phone whenever and just get in the studio and work. Like it's never an issue, you know? But yeah, there was that thing that happened. I did explain it. Yeah, so
I feel that the crown is heavy at the top.
Dog, at the top, I can't say there's a lot of us at the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of work that needs to be done to like get further than that. I feel like that's how I feel. Like it's not like hip hop is in a weird space, and it's weird for us to be going at each other, whereas you're looking at, you know, your close friends like piano niggas and even house niggas going crazy. And it's like, dog, we still here. Like, you know, there's no need to be doing all of this. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, it gets a bit spooky a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like, I think that hip hop is just constantly is just so competitive that even when we shouldn't be competing.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there's also that also. It's like the culture of just like, you know, when you're coming up, person that's up there, you need to make sure that you're better than them, or like, you know, however you want to portray that you're better than them, then that's your thing, you know? And then it ends up becoming beef.
So there you have it, guys. From Blxckie's point of view in regards to both parties, it's never really a problem if phone calls are never made to address the situations. I mean, despite having his number, he feels no need to call Peppa because there is no real problem between them. And with Usimamane, well, because his team hasn't reached out to Blxckie or Blxckie's team, well, clearly there's no problem as well. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Is Blxckie playing it smart by not fueling the beef rumors anymore? Or do you think more things could still transpire despite his comments? Comment down below. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to hit that like button if you found the content dope, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's on to the next one. Peace.